What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Miniverse. So I haven't done a mini painting video in a while, and that's because I'm still not very good at it. But I wanted to put this out there because I messed this model up really good, and then I fixed it with just some contrast paint. So I figured it might help some of you guys out, and I thought I'd share it. Before we get into it, though, I just want to tell you about the model. The model is the Tabletop Dungeoneers Discord server logo. And one of the guys drew it up, and another one of the guys 3D modeled it, and it's available over on the Discord server. So anyway, I printed that out, and I've been working on it, and I'm just gonna shut my mouth now, and we'll just get after it. Alright, so I had primed these with black, and then painted them with iron ore, and then I proceeded to make my first big mistake using this blue craft paint, which I'm sure you can imagine didn't work out at all. So as you can tell, the pigment didn't diffuse through the water very evenly. I would imagine the pigment size is pretty large, and those cheap paints generally have a very high ratio of acrylic medium to pigment. So that's what it looked like after that dried. It's not very good, so I tried to fix it with this Drakenhof Nightshade, and my skills with the shades really weren't up to task, and I really just made a mess out of it. And then I spilled the Nightshade like an idiot, so as you can see, things really weren't going my way. So once that Nightshade was dry, I went back to that same blue craft paint, tried to do another thin layer over it. And that really got it looking like some hot garbage. So I set it aside for a couple days to decide what I was going to do about it. And I decided to try using contrast paint. I've never used it before, and I thought with its unique properties, it might be able to blend in that mess that I got going there. So I picked up some Talisar Blue and decided to try it out. And I'd done a little bit of research, watched a couple videos, and I decided I was just going to paint the whole thing, try to do kind of one even coat, and let it pool up into the recesses. And so I did that to both sides. Had to be a little bit more careful on the front to avoid like the teeth and the other details that I didn't want blue. And there it is, after it dried. I think it did a real good job covering up my mess and just making it look like it's kind of weathered, kind of old. So I decided to go ahead and move on to highlights, and I mixed just a little bit of blue with white and decided to dry brush instead of, doing a little detailed painting. And that dry brush, it really turned out pretty good, I think. I mean, it's not going to win any awards, but it's definitely a lot better than when it started without having to start all over. So I just moved on to do all the detail work. So for the seals, I just started with the weapon bronze, going for kind of a steampunk look. And then I applied the Agrax Earthshade to give it some shade. Alright, I'm pretty happy with the way that's looking, but it does need some highlights. So I used this bright gold and mixed it in with the weapons bronze just to dry brush on a little highlight on those brass parts. And then just a little bit of the shining silver to highlight the teeth and the little blades and the iris there. And that'll just about wrap it up. And there it is, all dry and all painted. And looks much better than it started, and that's how it fits together once I get all the insides done. Alright guys, so that's the basic paint job for that model. I am going to be adding LEDs, and I have to do basing and stuff for it, and I might actually make a little diorama for it. So if you guys want to see all that, you want me to record it and show you guys, let me know down in the comments, and I will do that. For those of you who have made it here, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and hit that bell to get notifications for when those other videos come out. And if you would like to support the channel, you can come over, join the Patreon. You can get some more behind the scenes stuff and a little easier access to converse with me and the rest of the community. So thank you guys very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
taka taka.